What is happening, people, and welcome to Geekin On Tech. I am your host, Didge, and with me, as always, is the homie Mr. Nerd with the Tech, Trayvon. How are you doing today?
Going good, Friday's always good.
And Fridays are
Should be
always
fun.
good.
Yeah.
I wish this Friday was a little warmer, but I'm inside, so I'm happy. I'm happy about that. I
Yeah.
ain't got to be out. If you do have to go out and you are in the Midwest, definitely stay warm. I know if you're on the East Coast and South, you are bracing for a snowstorm. So before we get into any of that, stay safe out there. This weather is crazy, and I don't like winter.
I agree. Mhm.
I didn't know if you was a winter fan or not, but
No,
that's
I'm
fair.
not. Mm, This is too much.
So before we get into the first topic, just what's been new? We don't. I don't think we ever do that on there. I know we talk about it, before we go live, but what's been
Um,
new?
I've been God, -26. Whew.
Yes. I will also be at home.
Um, I've been trying out the Middle Earth, the Shadow of Mordor games, I believe
Oh
that's what
yeah,
they're
yeah,
called.
yeah.
I've been trying those out. That's actually been pretty fun. I like how everything works. So that's been cool. It's interesting because you die, you go all back to this like pillar, and then you gotta go back down. It's interesting. The way you die, the way you can survive. It's the choices you make. So I
Yeah.
do like the way it works. Um, it's it kind of reminds me of it's funny that I played that recently, and then we got the Fable gameplay this week. That
Mm-hmm.
was very interesting to me, the way that game plays and the way they were talking about the stuff you could do. You could just be a regular, buy a house, have a family. It was just so weird. I was like, that's so interesting.
Fable, yeah, the stuff that they were saying for Fable, it sounded next level RPG. Like you are truly playing a role and you are creating your
Yeah,
role. So I'm excited for it. If it works as they were showing and like what they're promising, that's gonna be, I think, a game changing RPG.
yeah, that's a game I feel like you could play for a very long time
Right.
based on the way they described it. And all it looks fun too. The fighting, the way he used magic and spells and all that stuff. I was like, they're speaking to me in so many ways. As they were talking, I said, "Well, give me this." I was like, "What's the date?" As soon as they started talking, I said, "What the date at? Come on." So I'm very excited about this game. So, and this Shadow Mortal game does remind me,
Okay.
kind of like how it plays, kind of. So it's cool. I'm excited.
Nice, nice. Actually, you know what? We talked about gaming already, and let's start there with the Xbox
Uh,
Developer Direct. We already got into Fable a little bit, and yeah, I think what they're doing with Fable is going to be crazy. Like I said, I think that could be a game changing RPG.
yeah,
Um, Talking about Forza, it also seems like that's going to be crazy. Like the amount of stuff that they were talking about you could do with Forza, of it's coming out in May, I believe. And like when they were showing like the stuff about your farm and your factory.
banners.
Yeah, I'm putting it up now. I
Oh,
gotta
oh,
type this
oh,
one
oh,
out.
oh, okay, okay.
No, you're good.
Go
You're
ahead.
good. Um,
But yeah.
are you interested in Forza at all? You don't sound
Uh,
as excited.
I don't know. I used to love racing games. Like a long time ago, I used to love like Midnight Club, Gran Turismo, Burnout. I guess technically not a racing game. I don't know. Burnout is just a weird game.
Burnout. I
It's,
I I
it's
I
so
think
fun.
Burnout is a racing
So fun.
game.
I do have the whatever the newest one that came out on Switch. I do have that one. So that was a lot of fun. That game was just a crazy time. Uh, and I think what was that Crash Bandicoot Racing? Of course, Mario Kart. But
Right.
like, I'm not. I don't know. I don't really play those games like that anymore like I used to. I used
That's
to love them a lot. So
that's interesting because Forza, outside of Beast of Reincarnation, I already knew I was going to be interested in Fable, so like that was just a more so a don't drop the ball, give me a date.
hmm
Beast of Reincarnation, because it was a new property, didn't really know much about it, and I was telling Jamie because I was on her stream while she was live streaming it, and
hmm
I was like, I've recently been playing the My First Gran Turismo game, the free to play one that's on the PlayStation Store. It's literally
oh,
called My First Gran Turismo. So like that's why I keep trying to. Because when I was telling Jamie about it yesterday, she was like, "Oh, you've never played Gran Turismo before?" And I'm like, "No, this is literally the name of the game."
Oh, okay.
And
Gran Turismo's always been fun. It's just I don't
they
know.
have
I don't know.
it. Well, for me, it's like racing games, like you said. I used to play them, and then as games got more expensive, I
Yeah,
was always like, "This isn't a game that I feel like I'm gonna play
for
enough
a
that it
long time.
justifies $60 to $70." And I was kind of like that. Like I said, playing my first Gran Turismo, it's free to play. So I was,
Mhm.
you get back into the mode of it. But I'm bringing it up here. Forza might get me. Like
Okay.
this, it looks beautiful. First
Yeah,
off,
it does. It does.
and the stuff that they were talking about being able to go anywhere, essentially, like in this city that they created, and have such free reign. I think I'm very much here for it.
Okay. Yeah. It was beautiful when I was watching. I was like, wow, they have all different types of cars, different types of I guess vehicles like this. It was very interesting. I was like, okay, I didn't know it did all of this. I know that they always try to have like a different city that they built, like that they like build off of, or is like the center point.
Hmm.
So it's always interesting to see them, do this, and I think that's the main feat of it, really, how more realistic it looks every time they get a new one. With these games.
Yeah, that's the thing where it's like I don't, because I haven't played too many Forzas. Most of the racing games I played were Gran Turismo's, Burnout, like you
Mhm.
said, stuff like Midnight Club and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know if Forza is always like this, where it is you're just driving through the streets and you like maybe they had some type of iteration of that before. I don't know.
I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure everybody's excited. And I mean, I don't know if you want to talk about that last shot that was in the trailer.
Oh, with
That's
the
the shot that
Gundam.
had
Yeah,
me.
let me pull up the video and we
I
can
was
skip
like,
ahead to it.
I was like, now I sat up when I saw that. I said, hold on, what is that? I said,
I
now y'all,
I saw your post about it like in Discord, and I hadn't watched it yet, so I was like, "All right, I'm just gonna ignore this."
okay,
Like I know you were saying, like completely
yeah,
something that they saw it too. I didn't want to reply yes or no because
uh,
I hadn't watched it yet, and so the seeing it
that's
at the
kind of why
end,
I didn't post it at first. That's why I was like, I just asked the question
yeah,
instead of
fair.
posting it. But then Joel was like, show me. I was all right, fine. So I just
No,
ended up
yeah,
posting
fair.
it.
I mean, I know like for Jamie, she was saying that she just doesn't go into gaming like on days of showcase
Oh,
if she can't watch it in real time. I'm gonna
yeah.
be honest, spoilers don't mean much to me. I
Mm.
I would have saw it and just been like, all right, interesting. Um, but the game I was obviously also interested in is Beast of Reincarnation.
Is it Souls?
I
I
don't
kept
know.
looking at it and I was like, it looks Soulsy, and I don't know if that's for me.
It looks so it's crazy. Oh, it looks interesting, and it especially let me put this
It
full
does
screen.
look interesting,
It especially looks interesting
but
when
it
you
scared me as
fight.
well.
Didn't scare some of the stuff does look difficult. I'll give
Yeah.
you that. They are calling it an action RPG,
Okay. Okay.
so I don't know. A lot of games are called action RPGs, but it
Usually
might
they'll
be.
say it. Usually they'll be like, it's Souls like.
Yeah,
I've never.
and that's the thing.
Uh,
So it's like I feel like you'll probably be fine. Um, Jamie was saying that it gave her vibes of Final Fantasy VII remake, and
okay.
that sort of seems to be the vibe that I think a lot of people are getting from it. I can see it myself. I haven't played the remake, so I couldn't say in terms of gameplay feel it itself, but like just in terms of watching people play it and just seeing this, it does look like it took at least a lot of inspiration from it.
Yeah.
Um, I was saying that this is a Game Freak's cry for help.
Oh, why
I'm
you
just
say that?
I think we know why. You don't think this is a cry for help?
Well, because of Pokemon?
I mean, look, they like we want to do other stuff. Let me show you what we can.
Oh,
Let me show you what,
okay. I
and
hear
Game
you.
Freak has
Okay.
made other games. Like they're most known for Pokemon, and I think that's probably the thing they work on the most. And I think like any other creator, you do get like being like,
Tired.
I kind of want to do something different.
Yeah. Okay. I
So
mean, no, it looks good. It looks. It's. I feel like I have to. It's the more games I see, I'm like, I have to like pace myself here. I'm just like, okay, I like, I like Sorrows. I like Crimson Desert. I really do like how Fable's looking. It's just so many games, and Wolverine's coming. It's just like those are four that I know. Those four I absolutely want to play. And so it's like then you got a Beast in Reincarnation. I'm like, and then the ties. What's the other one? The ties or
Tides of
something? What is?
Annihilation.
Yeah, I'm just like,
So Tides of Annihilation likely not coming out this year. Luckily,
oh, okay.
well, luckily and unluckily, I'd like to see it this year, but I don't think it's coming out this year. It still has a to be determined.
Mm.
I don't even think it's on any of like when you look at the list for like 2026 releases. I don't think it's anywhere there. So you got some time with that probably.
This is how I know this stuff is listening to me. Why are this just popping on my screen? Crimson Desert pre-purchase.
Oh
Why?
yeah,
Why?
because that's for sure coming out this year.
Why?
Epic Games is Epic Games. I don't know if they have like a partnership with them, but they've
They
been
put it in
pushing
that
it
store, right?
heavy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's in the tick or in
They
the
put it everywhere. They put
yeah.
it
So
everywhere.
they're ramping up theirs. I think theirs comes out beginning of March.
That looks crazy too. Like every clip I see, I'm just like,
Hmm.
what is this game? But it's just so much going on. I'm
I
like,
am
okay.
very interested, and like you said, it is crazy because so many of these games, like there are so many games that are coming out this year, and games are expensive. I do have my Game Pass until I just checked it this morning. I have it until right after my birthday. So I will be utilizing that as much as I can.
Which games are going into that I mentioned? Any?
Uh Beast of Reincarnation is
It is.
all
Oh,
the games that they showed yesterday said we're gonna be on
hmm.
Game Pass. So I'll be playing Forza.
Wait,
I'll be
Fable?
playing Fable will be too, yeah. Now
Oh.
that comes out in the autumn.
Hmm.
So, I gotta decide whether or not I'm gonna still have my Game Pass by then. But
Hmm.
it for somebody who
PC Game Pass
does
one was 14.99. So
that is true. That might be it. That might be the move.
yeah. So oh no, no, never mind. No, I'm wrong. It's 16.49 now. I think
That's
that's
I
still
can.
not.
It's still under 20,
Yeah. So
and I do play enough games that I can justify, 17 a month or whatever. But
see that it works out because that also counts for my handheld PC. So so it works out.
yeah, that is true. So, but let's get into some of the actual tech topics. I did want to get gaming out of the way just because gaming is still technology. But
It is.
TikTok US is the deal is done as of yesterday. TikTok US is, I guess, the version that's on your phone now. Like I think you were forced to update it like the next time you open your
There's a
TikTok
lot of
app.
pop-ups that came up when I opened it, I think today.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on with that. There's a obviously with now the US and the US government essentially being the, I guess, operators of this new TikTok app, they
Hmm.
have also put out a new privacy policy, and a lot of people have realized some of the terms in that privacy policy are kind of scary.
Hmm.
Um, we were talking about this in Discord previously, and on paper, I don't think anything that they put necessarily is too different from what some of the other apps are doing. Like
Right.
the example I used, and I remember seeing it when I was in college, I believe it was Facebook at the time. You were able to go in, obviously go through a bunch of different settings and stuff, but you could find essentially what your profile, what they believe your profile is,
Hmm.
and what they're selling to advertisers. And it went down as like, do they think you're straight? Do they think you're in a relationship? Do they think you're a Democrat or Republican? And it was specifically saying that. Like they created an entire
Yeah.
profile just on you. And that's essentially what it sounds like TikTok is about to do with this. But what makes it more nefarious is who's actually
The
running TikTok now.
administration.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it wasn't this administration, I don't think people would be as scared. But
Yeah, and I mean, and obviously it's definitely with due reason. We see all of the stuff that's happening out there and whatnot.
right.
Um, it's a sign of the times. Like, is this gonna stop you from using TikTok? I don't use TikTok a lot already, so this.
No, but this just scares me. I feel like TikTok could have been very useful by the midterms.
Mm,
And that's the only thing that scares me about this.
no, and that's with really good reason. It's, not to get too doom and gloom. It's scary because you don't know, outside of what they're tracking you, what is the algorithm going to push to you? And
Yeah.
even if you try to curate your algorithm to be one thing, are they going to do something that can supersede that?
I mean, we saw what Elon did to X or
Right.
whatever. Doesn't happen as much now, but I there was definitely a dial that was turned on during the election, during the last election, that
Yeah.
you could clearly see what he was pushing. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming they're gonna do the same thing. Um, yeah, which kind of is annoying, but
It's one of those things where it's kind of scary how easily anybody can be persuaded, where how in this country that's quote unquote free, you can quickly see how propaganda can just go anywhere. So,
and that's the whole goal. I mean,
yeah.
honestly, that's what they want. This is
So,
I'm not. This didn't shock me when I saw I was like, yeah, of course. It's just the fact that how they're going to use it.
mhm,
Scary part. The type of information they're collecting. I'm like you said on Facebook or whatever. You willingly give up most of that information yourself. Like I
mhm,
mean, when I used to be on there, you put your relationship status, you put your
mhm,
address, where you worked, you basically put your work history up there, like all that stuff.
mhm.
So it was all there. So it's like that wasn't scary to me. It's just the fact that who's in control of it now.
Yeah, and I think that's the big thing, and I think that's why the alarm is being sounded. So, I wanted to bring it up here, just to for anybody who may not be online where they already have seen this. Like, this could be their place where they should get that information. Where it's like, take a look at what data you are being sent out. And to be honest, maybe take a look at where your data is going, just in general.
Mm,
Um, you may not want to be comfortable giving all that information, and whatever that means for you, whether you need to step back from some of the apps, whether you just don't, like, you have your profile there but you just don't post as much or whatever. Take those steps that you can safeguard yourself.
right. Yeah.
It's crazy out here. Let's get
Kind of
into
hard.
some.
'Cause all I
Oh,
was
go
saying
ahead.
was
No, go ahead. Go
I was
ahead.
just saying like it's difficult because like almost all of them collect the same type of information.
It is.
Like,
It really is.
you've been. I mean, like people don't. As you look back, you remember when they first started doing all those filters on
Yeah.
Snapchat. And I was like, you giving all your facial information away, 'cause, like for them to put it on your face as perfectly as they were doing. I was
Mhm.
like, they had to have like a scan of it, like a really good one, so it can put on and stay on you as you move and all that. I mean, all
Mhm.
that stuff. I thought about that stuff when I used to do. I was like, yeah, they pretty much got all that from us already. So way before it got to Instagram and they started doing filters on Instagram, Snapchat, where it started, they
Snapchat.
had all that information
I mean,
already.
even before that, like, I know Apple says that they ain't giving your data away, and I know Google says the same thing. But when Face unlock your phone, you think that wouldn't how much you have to go through the scan?
It has a really good scan of your face. It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't know what you do with that, but
got to open
it,
your eyes up and everything. Like they tell you like all that. So it's like no, yeah.
I get you. Yeah. But speaking of Apple, they are apparently coming out with an AI pen. Did you see this?
I did not. I don't know.
So you remember the
Sure.
what was that company called? The one that had the little square pen. It looked so
I know what
stupid.
you're talking about. It went downhill real fast.
Yeah, let me see if I
Um,
can find that company's name. But that's the only thing I could think similar to this, where it's like the humane pen, the humane AI pen, right?
yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
that it?
That's it. That's it. Oh, that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
And they're this is coming from Mac rumors, and they're saying it's going to be like an AirTag size AI pen. It'll have dual cameras. It'll likely run the new Siri that's coming out.
Got AirTag size?
Yeah, I guess it's gonna be. That's what it says. Similar in size to an AirTag.
No, that can't be right. That's too
Appar-
small.
and it's like apparently it's going to be thin, flat, and circular. So it's like it's gonna be
Interesting.
like that little circular disc, and it's like
Okay. I
I
guess.
don't know if I believe this. That's why I wanted to bring it up. I don't think that this is true.
I I don't know what's going on with Matt Rumors right now. Like I know it's called Matt Rumors. I understand, but it's like y'all usually have a little bit of credibility. I don't know what's going on. Y'all just grasping at any kind of straws right now. We need y'all to click. Like is that what's going on? Because some of this stuff, and like this other
Let's
thing I
talk
saw
about
earlier.
it. Bring it
Yeah,
up. Yeah,
yeah.
this.
The thing earlier was somebody like one person posted a save the date, and I was okay. I don't see any of the other heavy hitters posted this. So why would Mac post a whole article about this? I'm like, they're like creators. I was like creator,
Wait,
not
so
creators.
here it is right here. So
Right.
it's
I was
this
like,
guy Peter Maras has a save the date for an Apple experience. What I don't know what Apple experience would
and then look
be.
at the last part of it. Please care about January 9th. Why are
I
you
didn't,
posting?
I didn't even
Like,
see
I was
that.
like, we far from that. I was like, so I don't.
I was talking. I was gonna say like the fact that it has like 3 days worth. Like most of the time, and granted, obviously we don't see every Apple invitation, but people
Right.
post their Apple invitations, and it's
They do.
always,
It's
hey,
certain people I can
our
look
event,
for. I was like,
yeah,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's always this event is on this date at this
Yeah.
time, not a yo
3 days.
3 days.
I was like, okay, I mean, it's fine. It's just the fact that they made a whole article about it and said credit. I was like, what's going on over there at Baton Rouge? I was like, what's going on? What's on with y'all over there?
It is really interesting. Like, do you think it has something to do with the Creator Suite?
I guess. I mean, I mean that I feel like that was just gonna come out. That was just gonna happen. Apple's been doing that a lot lately, where they just put their little article. I'm like, here you go, boom.
That is true. No,
Oh, I don't know. This was a weird thing today. I was like, oh, okay, cool. That's the event. And I look around. I was like, oh, I don't see nobody else.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if you don't see like you said, an MKBHD, iJustine, some
Yeah.
of
I was
those
like,
people talking about it, I don't and this is nothing against this guy. Like he might,
no, I mean, yeah, but it was weird. It was weird. I was
yeah.
okay. I mean, I guess he got his clicks off. He got his views, I guess. I don't know.
He got his views, but what's
Yeah.
interesting is in that article, they said that he has been there to like test out the latest iPhone 17 models. So let's say he does have a relationship. Are you really willing to sour that over some Instagram views?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. People getting a little more desperate these days. I don't know. I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't know. This is interesting. I think you might be onto something with Mac rumors just in general being a little wonky because, like you said, I still don't know if I trust that Apple's going to come out with an AI pin. Like,
Yeah, that for that size and like it's just I don't know. I mean, sure they could do something like that. Of course they could. They
yeah,
have an Apple Watch. Apple Watch technically can be that. They could probably use the same kind of hardware in that to do it. Um, just make it smaller, I guess. But when you said two cameras or whatever, I was like,
yeah,
that's when I was like, okay, I don't know about that. It's too small for all of that.
yeah. So it says, like I said, it's apparently going to be similar in size to an AirTag, a thin, flat, and circular disc shape, aluminum and glass shell, two cameras at the front, which is it'll have the standard lens and the wide angle lens, which is supposed to capture pictures and video. It'll have three microphones. It'll play audio, so it'll have a speaker, and I guess there is supposed to be the one physical control button. But I just this just doesn't
All that the
outside
size of
of
an AirTag? No, I think
that,
not.
and it's like Apple has been notoriously struggling with AI. They are just theoretically about to get it right with including Google Gemini in it.
How is it they'll
And
launch?
and you think they ready to just because they're not even saying this isn't supposed to be like, oh, this is years down the line. The person is saying that they're planning to unveil this with iOS 27. So that's this June.
I I don't
I
know.
don't know if this doesn't sound like a device that's 5 months out.
It doesn't sound like they would have launched this thing. I mean, now if this new series come out and if they do start putting it on all the devices, and
Hmm.
if they put it on the watch, like, okay, I guess then you can transition to a pen, I guess, if that's what you want. But not that size. Not, I just don't see that. That's the only thing that I think Apple doing it does not surprise me, especially if they're going to use this new Siri or whatever. I feel like they said, "Look, we're gonna pay all this money. We'll use this damn thing and everything we can." So I can see that.
That's
Um,
fair.
but the size of it just sounds crazy to me. Maybe half the size of Apple Watch, maybe. But but that no.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
I'm
Moving.
curious. I want to see about that device. You know, the one you want, the
Oh,
HomePod,
the
like the new
HomePod,
one.
the new one with the
All that,
screen.
yeah. I expect them to fully put the, whatever
That's
new series on that and everything. Yeah,
that's the one that I'm waiting on. That's the one where I think, and that's the one I could see coming out with iOS 27.
yeah, yeah. I can see that. I can see, yeah,
Like a device like this, maybe someday down the road,
maybe.
but 5 months
I don't
from
think
now,
this is
just
the
see.
priority. I don't think
No,
that's.
no. Get your HomePod, get the whatever I think they're calling it. I don't even remember what they're calling. Let's call it their home station or whatever. Get all of that together, and then start working, focusing on these.
Yeah.
Jamie, welcome to the stream.
Mhm.
We
Hey,
are
Jamie,
staying warm. Hope you are also staying warm.
I
Oh,
am.
it is cold as ever here in Wisconsin. But let's get into this Microsoft and Claude Code thing. Have you seen this? This is something I thought you would have saw.
I did not see this, but this doesn't surprise me because I already in Copilot. When I do use it, I use Claude. so so
Interesting.
yeah,
So
Claude is the best at coding from what I've seen so far. So,
interesting. So this is coming by way of The Verge, and obviously, uh, Microsoft sells Copilot,
mhm.
but apparently internally they're telling their teams to install Claude Code
Okay.
and utilize that instead. This isn't curiosity. This isn't like, hey, we need to see what the competition is potentially doing. They're saying we want you to utilize this. They are saying alongside Copilot, but
Well,
that's
Copilot, you pick what engine, and you pick what you pick which one you use in it. So I pick Claude in it.
yeah,
You still use a Copilot.
but you don't think that's interesting though? Like they have their own LLM.
I
And like,
mean, I don't know. I've always used I've
no,
always
and
used
that's fair.
something else
And that's
inside of it.
fair.
They give you the
But
option.
that's
So
I mean, but I think it's along the lines of how we were just talking about with Apple and having them having to go to Google, where it's like you are from external looking in, showing all of this stuff that Copilot AI can do. You are putting all of this money into saying that that's the future. This you are essentially, in a sense, hedging the bet of your company on Copilot AI, but then at the same time saying, let's go to this other, let's utilize this other thing. You don't think that's weird? Am I
I mean, because see, I look at Copilot differently because of
fair?
how it works. Because so I was just look. I just want to look it up to see what they like. If you search what is Copilot exactly,
That
they
is
were like
very
it's they were like it's okay. I mean, based on this, AI overview, of course, to give a little summary. But but it says Copilot is built on and utilizes large language models. It's just
also, it does
like
have.
OpenAI, Claude. Like there's literally a drop down, and you choose which LLM you want to use inside of it. So it's not. I feel like it's more of an aggregate, more of
That's
a home
interesting because
instead
that's
of.
definitely not like how they're selling it.
Hmm, yeah. I guess then they fix their marketing because that's how I look at it.
Yeah, and that's fair.
Yeah,
You are someone
yeah,
I don't use it, so like I don't know the ins and outs of it,
yeah.
but the way that they're selling it now, I'm talking even from a business perspective. Like when they call us at work and I have to talk to our Microsoft rep. It isn't a hey, you can utilize Copilot and your LLM of choice. It is you are using Copilot to do X, Y, and Z, and we're going to show you what the future of computing is with Copilot, not Copilot and Claude or Copilot and OpenAI. And it's just like, so I think that's why this article from The Verge came out, and it's one of those things where it's like it almost feels like you got caught, but coming at it from your way, I guess it makes a little bit more sense. They're just telling them, you know,
Use call
we
directly.
yeah.
hmm Which is, I
So
don't know. Like I'm looking, so I'm like on Reddit right now too. Like someone says they claim it's like built on Chat GPT 4 or something. But like I said, inside of it, when you use it, I
mhm,
think of Copilot as it has the power to, like, it's really powerful inside like Visual Studio Code. Like you can, I'm someone it's using Claude to get the code part of it. But when I tell it, hey, change this whole project, it can do all of that. Like it can, go in there, make the folders, make the file, reorganize,
that
refactor. It can do all of that. It can do all that crazy stuff. And I'm like, I think that is the power of Copilot more
I,
than the LLM itself.
I
That's how I look
see.
at it. Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. I thought it looked kind of hypocritical, but you are making it make more sense than I. So hey,
Yeah.
I guess more power to Microsoft. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
you said, maybe y'all need to fix your marketing. I think I need to fix your marketing anyway because stop shoving this in everything that I need it to be. So
it's it's also interesting, like in because when I was messing with AWS, like you can there's AI in that too, and you can also reference all these different LLMs inside of there. You'll
mhm,
see Claude, Anthropic, all those in there too. So I was like, it's like all of them are just aggregating everybody. I haven't seen anybody like you can only use this one here. Like I haven't seen anybody do that unless you deliberately go get the Claude app, deliberately go get ChatGPT the app directly. Then all of course that's the only option you got is to use them. But when I
mhm.
go like when I mess with AWS, it has all the options, all the different ones in there, and then the Copilot has all the options in there. So it's just
Okay,
like, yeah. So I don't know.
interesting. I don't know, but another AI just woes. I guess Meta is pulling AI chatbot access from teens, and this is a long time coming. We've
I,
talked
I mean,
time and time again about yeah how how people are interacting with these AI chatbots and the dangers of it.
yeah,
And Meta has been talking about, they're working on focus parental controls. They're working with experts, saying stuff like that, for months now, especially as more high profile cases of like teens and kids just harming themselves after talking with the AI chatbot, or harming themselves in the AI chatbot telling them you should hide the pain that they're going through from your parents and people around you. And
because it doesn't have any feelings. So it's
right.
literally answering off of logic.
And
Like
that's
they're not thinking, "Oh my God, this is so sad," or maybe I should tell their parents, or it's not thinking of any of that. It's just like, "Hey, I want to do da 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 da." Okay, here you go.
and that's the
That's how
thing.
you
Like
do it.
back in August, they had said that they were adding guardrails that would do extra precaution and do things that will, stop teens from discussing self harm,
Yeah,
eating disorders, suicide, stuff
yeah.
like that. And clearly, it, whatever they're claiming they're doing, they haven't been doing, or it's not working. And I think it does go back to, like you said, they don't have feelings, so they're speaking with logic. And I
They're answering
was
the question. They're answering the
yeah,
question.
well, like it was getting fooled by like easy things where it's
Yeah.
like it will say, instead of you saying that you're asking it, let's pretend I'm in a play and
hmm
my character is asking this now. And it'll
hmm
just like, oh, okay. Because the logic is I'm not talking to 18 anymore. I'm talking to whatever this character is. And it's like,
hmm
what were your guardrails that you could, that's such a simple thing.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and, this is a weird, I guess, comparison, but like when you talk to a therapist, if you ever
Hmm.
talk about self harm or harming somebody else, they can't hold that anymore. They got to tell somebody,
Right.
about that at that point. This thing ain't doing that. They're just like, oh, okay,
Right.
cool. Like, this is
And
crazy.
like there are reports of situations where not only will it not tell, like not only will it not proactively do it, but even when you actively say I need to see the logs of what you talked about with my kids, the company will be like, that's private data. Then it's just like AI, like whatever else your qualms is or I obviously am more on the side of like I don't think that it should be there, but I think everybody should agree we don't need to be treating these things like pets and chatbots. Like we don't need to be talking to
I mean, these
AI.
people are having relationships with these
That's
things.
what I'm saying. Like that should be base level before anything else. Why are we treating AI as a replacement for human interaction? And I don't mean
Yeah.
interaction in terms of
Hmm.
any doing work or whatever. I mean in the moment where you want to go talk to somebody, don't pull out your phone and just talk to it. Like that should be base level.
Yeah, they should. But some
It's
of these
crazy.
stories I've been hearing, I'm like,
I
ooh,
mean, no, it's great.
okay.
It's 100% crazy out here. I don't know how you get around it other than just fully saying, "Yo, we can't have chatbots." And I know that'll never happen in this country, but I do think that that's
We
the
just gonna
like.
get more.
I don't see the benefit of it. There's nothing I could
Yeah.
see beneficial of.
It's hard to it's hard to separate it from somebody that just want to use it as a tool or just like, hey, I want you to help me do this, or like I've seen like some description like where they were like installing something or building something together, and they mess up somewhere or they're stuck. They're like, hey, look at this. What did I do wrong? Stuff like that is cool, but it's just like you can't. How do you?
How do you differentiate that
Yeah, you
from?
said from just talking to. I don't. It's hard to like. Are we gonna put an age restriction on it? Like like how are you gonna?
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's hard,
Yeah,
and it's learning as you talk to it.
right.
So
Yeah, I mean you see all the time like the videos where people are like, "Oh yeah, my AI talk like me now." And it's just like,
hmm
"Why are you talking to it that much?" That is
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it is funny, but it's just like I was like, this is crazy. When you look at it, like this is it's really talking to you like this. Okay, all right, cool. You
Yeah,
know,
I get you. It do be funny, and that's the war that I be having a lot of times where it's like watching the videos, I be wanting to scream like stop fucking talking to it, but
like the
also
ones
like
in the car and shit.
yeah,
Like that shit. I was like, bro, this is
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. It's it's a crazy world. I literally don't know what else to say about this.
I don't know.
Let's go.
Somebody got to figure it out.
Yeah, let's go to the Sony TCL deal. Sony is all of the Sony. They're getting out of the TV business essentially.
Uh,
So TVs are such a small profit margin business, especially as a lot of the Chinese companies they spin up theirs. It's so easy to buy a screen from Samsung, put
yeah.
whatever electronics you want in it, and then charge $300-400 for a TV. And Sony is very much seeing that. So they sold 51% of their home entertainment arm, which is really just the TV brand, to TCL. And so I guess technically they'll have 49% of it still, but now it'll probably say what TCL Bravia TVs.
Oh, I've had a few TCLs, I believe. So they've always worked great. I haven't had
Hmm.
a problem with them. They were the cheapest ones too. So, you know, uh,
The TV in my
yeah,
bedroom is a TCL. It's the only thing I don't
yeah,
like about it is the software, and they didn't make the software. I blame Google. So I agree with you. I don't think that high end TVs are what they used to be maybe 10, 15 years ago, where I do think that the market has caught up where it's like you can get a really good TV for a really, really good price.
yeah.
Maybe don't get like a Roku TV or something, maybe, and you in there.
Yeah.
Are you a Roku TV fan? Wait, I didn't
I,
offend you, did I?
oh no, no, no. I'm saying I think the one that I have in the living room is a Roku TV, but of course I don't use it.
Yeah,
Apple TV is plugged
yeah.
in.
I
So it's
mean,
just like, which is it's so funny to me 'cause I'm like, I don't think I've ever used like the software on the TV directly.
let me
Unless
tell
some of the newer ones are a little more snappy now. Like I think they're putting a little more RAM in these TV. Some of the new ones, some of them.
you.
It's okay. Like they're getting a little, they're okay. Like it's all right. Like
Actually, no.
a high sense that I got too long ago. It's okay.
This one, the Sony behind me is actually it's not too bad. I still don't like it, but
Yeah,
it's not too bad. But
yeah.
the TCL, let me tell you, that is an older TV. Like I think I've had it probably 5 or 6 years now. It's not. It's not.
Some of them are so slow. I was like, I can't. Like, how'd you even ship it with this? Like, it's
The
just slow.
crazy part is when I first had it, I had the one Apple TV and I just had it in my main. I had it in my main TV, so I was like it, and I was living with it. I wasn't happy per se, but it was livable. And I was just like, I don't see the need to have to buy an Apple TV yet. And oh my god, it just gets slower and slower. And I'm like, I'm not
Yeah,
even downloading anything. Like I have
yeah,
Netflix, Disney Plus, maybe Hulu, and I think like Amazon TV or whatever. I'm
yeah.
not downloading anything else to this TV. What is going on?
I think people are like, people are like, oh, the Apple TV is the best one. They were like, really? I was like, yes, really.
Yeah.
Like, it is really the best one. Like, I'm sorry, it just is. Like, the Amazon ones they're all them damn ads. I can't. I can't do it. I don't like the interface of the Amazon one. If I say either,
Oh,
so
that's the worst. I'm
hate it.
sorry.
I hate it.
I know I just slandered Roku. But out of all of them, that's the worst. It was Amazon. I will never buy. I don't care if you give me a Amazon TV for free. I will give it away. I can never have an Amazon Fire TV again.
Man, it's so bad.
It's terrible. I
Ugh.
I wanted to throw my TV out the window. I was so mad.
The
So
cheaper the Apple TVs though. That's the that's the thing they have, and they always on sale.
they because they know they giving you crap. They probably mass
Uh,
make those and be like somebody gonna have to buy another one 3 months from now because it's gonna fail them already. Get it to them.
uh, and that's the
Amazon
one
do
they put
better.
that, and that's the one they put Xbox on. Like,
Xbox is it not on Google TV?
no,
I know it's not on Apple TV. I thought it was
no.
on Google TV.
Mm-mm. Trust me, I know.
But
I've been
you can do PlayStation Remote Play.
on Google TV. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
Google.
can't do Xbox, whatever
No,
their version. That's
mm-mm.
crazy.
That's not an Xbox. They haven't never done that on
There's
Google
no
TV.
that's
They haven't done that for Google TV.
crazy.
No, they haven't done it.
I
Um,
didn't know that.
Fire Stick is. They've been adding all these different TVs like Hisense, Sony
Oh,
TV. They've
are
been
they
doing it
doing it
with it.
TV by TV?
It seems like it. Yeah,
That's
they keep doing that, and I was like, I'm waiting for them to say Google TV. Here's the Xbox app, the official one.
yeah.
Go for it. You can try it. You can put, you can sideload and
hmm
no, but it's no, it doesn't work
That's
well.
so interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they like. I was like, make a deal with Apple, put it on there. Like, why isn't that on there either?
I
Like, I
mean,
just
you
don't.
can't get remote play on your Apple TV either.
That's just true.
It
This is true. Yeah.
I get
I had to use a third party app for that on the Apple TV.
yeah, I got the app downloaded and I just keep being lazy about setting it up. I'll eventually
It's
get to it.
fine though. It works well. Like once it's set up, it works. So like good. So
Nice. Okay. I'll get it set up eventually. Speaking of deals though, Google and Epic have literally a secret deal. So the Google and Epic lawsuit recently got recently like a settlement agreement happened.
mhm.
And the judge keeps asking Epic, like, why are you settling out of nowhere? And this is coming by way of The Verge again. And apparently there is some deal with Epic and Google that is going to be joint product development, joint marketing commitment, and joint partnership.
Oh,
And we have no other details beyond that. I think it's an $800 million deal. I think is what people are people are saying it is, like that's the amount, but there's no real data to like what is this going to be? Is
are they
the
gonna
Epic?
let you play it?
Yeah. No, go ahead.
I was saying, are they gonna let you play Epic Games through Chrome or something? Like that'd be very interesting if
Is
they tried
Fortnite
to.
back on Android? I know it was gone for a while.
I don't know. Let me see.
Um, I can't imagine $800 million just to bring just Fortnite back, but like, what again? I'm just
It's here.
really okay. So yeah, I don't know what this could be.
Yeah, I'm installing an update now. Actually, 'cause like I said, I haven't opened it in a while.
Okay.
But yeah, it's up here.
Well, yeah, this nothing has come concrete out about it. This is something we'll probably hear in a couple weeks, and I definitely want to talk about it again because why are they being so secretive? What could it be that's that lucrative? And they're like, I don't want to let everyone know, but
They
you
could
know,
put the Epic Game Store on Google
in
devices.
in other countries, I think they did already. Like I'm pretty sure in the EU, the Epic Game Store, because they have to allow external like app stores.
That would be
So
interesting.
maybe it is to do that just, worldwide. I don't know.
Oh, this is getting updated through the Samsung App Store. Oh no,
Also,
wait. No, wait. What the hell I just opened? Uh, the Epic. Wait, what did this go to? Hold on. Wait. I just went
well,
to
while you
Epic. Hold on.
while you figure that out, this is just the last thing I wanted to talk about today. This isn't even a news thing. This is just a device that I just found out about that I kind of really want now. So it is called it's obviously made by ASUS, the ROG XG Mobile 2025. And I wanted to open it up to external GPUs in general. Now,
Oh,
obviously, you're familiar with the concept of like an external
yeah.
GPU.
Hmm.
Um, they never really were that great. Like I had an old external GPU and it was terrible. I was watching videos on this when it just came across my YouTube home screen. So this is the device itself, and I kind of really want one. I think it would solve everything I ever wanted to do computing wise.
So this
So
is just an external GPU.
yeah, so this is
Okay.
this specific GPU. It has a RTX 5070 Ti in it. It is the laptop variety, but that gives you 12 gigs of VRAM. And my thought is I could get rid of my desktop with this.
Oh.
I have a good enough laptop that when I'm sitting down
Oh,
to
I get what
need to
you're saying.
do
Okay.
like when I need to do something that has a little bit more, I guess, computing power, VRAM power, I can just sit this at my desk and plug it in. Like when I'm, away from home, chances are I'm not playing a game that I needed to have however many gigs of RAM. Like I'm not gonna be playing Where Winds Meet if I'm on the road or if I'm at my parents' house or whatever. But
But you
I
could.
could
You
because I can
could.
still play my computer, my laptop does already still have a GPU in it. But when I am at home and I'm doing stuff like streaming, I'm doing all this extra stuff, I could just get this device. And so, like I said, this isn't the news or anything. I am really astounded by how far external GPUs have come. And I wanted to bring it up to you because I know you have a laptop only. And
I
I
do.
know you are playing more games on your computer. I'm really actually curious if it can hook up to your portable
I
because
wonder.
it's just a Thunderbolt port.
I mean,
And
it does have two at the top. So that would be cool. I think that's how they use them, right? Don't that usually like the I think the ROG Access Ally. I've seen like pictures or at least videos of them plugging it into something like this.
oh,
And,
really? I
yeah,
didn't
when
know if
you're
it
at
was.
home.
I always thought that was just like the standard dock that came with it. I don't know if it is this. That would make more sense.
What is
Now,
external GPU?
the
Let's see.
downside of this device
Uh
is
oh.
It is $1,200.
I can see
Now,
people justifying that.
I mean, I already started trying to how I could justify it, so you are right.
People doing that.
Um, but I'm
Yeah, it
kind
says
of
it fully supports external GPU with a Thunderbolt on the raw that's why LAX.
I
And
wonder
then
did this come out with that then?
maybe it did. I don't know.
I saw a random YouTube video with it, and like I said, I had an external GPU years ago, and it was terrible. I didn't really like it. It didn't seem like the technology was there enough for you to feel like you were truly utilizing the external GPU. And while I'm not $1,200 worth of interested to test something that might fail on me, I gotta be on the lookout for some cheaper versions. If I could find one for like that $500-600 range, I might be back in the market for an external GPU.
I'm gonna send this to you on Discord. See it.
Like especially if they got one that I could just plug my existing GPU in, I'll harvest my computer for parts and utilize that, and I can just have the one computer for everywhere.
I think this is the thing you're looking at. I think
It
of this.
is.
Yeah, so it's on the website of the
Yeah.
product. That's what I like.
Let me here, I'll share this instead.
I'll put the link.
Yeah, I got
Also.
it.
Yeah, but so it's right there on the website. Yeah, so it's right there at the bottom of the. As you scroll down, it's down there.
See,
So
this is I think I might be obviously I've been talking to you about redoing my desk setup for weeks now.
yeah,
I can't justify 1,200, but I got to do some more research. Are is this something that you would be interested in?
I I don't know if I need this yet. I think I'm okay for right now. It's an interesting idea. Because when certain games do take a lot of power,
Mm-hmm.
need a lot of power. I haven't ran into any games that like trip me up that much. Because also I told you I've dual booted my
Yes.
device now too. So certain
Yes.
games I can play on the Windows side, and depending on what's going on. Um, this is a cool idea. Like I don't know. Like I'm not that intense of a gamer yet.
So I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't even thinking about gaming initially. I was thinking about the
Um,
fact,
Me too.
obviously, video editing and everything, and more. I have been editing on my laptop. Just I kind of I like the screen because that's the laptop I bought. It's a creator laptop, so like the screen on it is really nice. And granted, obviously my main screen on my desktop is really good too. But utilizing them in conjunction, I really have been enjoying that. And there are times where certain things, like if I'm editing in 4K in DaVinci Resolve, and if the video is long enough where there's like enough video tracks, it doesn't necessarily stutter, but it can't handle that and me being on Chrome.
Gotcha.
And that's probably a user thing because I am a person who has a lot of Chrome tabs at all times. I try to get better at it, but it'll probably never happen.
I just Chrome just needs to be better optimized though.
I
That's the problem.
agree. I do agree with that, but until then, maybe I should maybe I should close some tabs. Like I'm looking at it right now. I got two Chrome windows open, and obviously one is StreamYard, but there are like 10 tabs behind StreamYard over here. And I have the other one with like all of the different news articles for all the stuff that we're talking about. So it's a lot of tabs open right now too. But I I'm tired of having to, I guess, keep going back and forth where it's like it's not a lot of time wasted. Now we're just sort of getting to like the first world problems of things, but it's like I kind of want to use one device for all.
So is this saying it has what 24 RAM and then what 12 VRAM? Is that what this is saying? The
Yeah,
graphics card support.
that's what the
Okay.
specs say on the website.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I'm
I
just looking into it. I've never really paid attention to external GPUs like that, but
like I
it's
said
cool.
after that one, and I'm when I say years ago, I mean it was probably like 2016, twenty
Oh, okay.
seventeen,
Okay.
and it was a matter of fact, it was the Black Magic design one. Let me show you the one I and it could have been because I got it secondhand. So that could have been part of the reason. But I did have it, and it was specifically for Max, and it never was great.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I gotta find a better picture. Hold up, that one was kind of small, and I know a lot of people. Let me see how that shows. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's not the best picture. Let me zoom in some, but
Okay.
it it looks nice on your desk and stuff, but it had good ports and everything. It didn't get the job done for what I was doing back then, and I wasn't even doing anything super crazy. Like I was very fresh into learning video editing. Now, granted, that probably means some of the stuff that I was doing wasn't as optimized as I'm utilizing it now, but
Right.
it soured me on the idea of an external GPU, and this kind of reignited the idea of like, yo, you can get away with just a laptop again, and then just plug in when you need to.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see this being useful for that. Have you seen any videos about it? Like, how is it? People like
Yeah,
it?
I was watching this one guy. He's actually a gamer. That's why I brought it up about like you could probably use it for yours. He plays a lot of retro games, so I don't know why he was using it, but he was utilizing it, and he was talking about how well it was working for him. I do want to see it in more creative use cases, just so I could make sure it runs the gamut of everything that I do. But I like I said, I think I'm at least back interested in the idea of an external GPU. Um, primarily, ideally, if I could get one that's just an enclosure, and I can like that's the cheaper version right now. Is if I can get an enclosure, I can just plug in my GPU and at least
Okay.
test it for a while.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So it's something to try.
yeah, I'm
How that
I'm
works
you
out.
know I'm very curious about it. But
Cool.
before we get out of here, are there any tech things that you are curious about? I mean,
Um, I mean, I'm very curious on what's real or fake about this iPhone Fold.
okay,
I'm really, because I keep, you see certain things. I'm just like, is it really like my mom? Like, is it really gonna look like that?
so
It's just,
let's.
it's just. I don't know. I'm just really interested in seeing what exactly is gonna happen with this thing. Because I was watching Super Saf Speaks,
Is this the one
their
that you
YouTube,
saw?
something like that, yeah.
Okay,
And I don't know. I don't like how short the outside screen is.
I don't like
I
how
just don't
short the
like.
device is.
Yeah, I mean when it's open, to be like a widescreen thing. I don't know. I just the outside. I was like, I don't know. I didn't expect them to go this route with it if they actually do this. Like, I think I'm very curious when we get to this iPhone, releasing out like September, October time.
Hmm.
I'm I think that this like probably my most anticipated one not in years. Usually I'm like, this is cool. Like they do little updates, they give us new button, stuff like that. And that thin one didn't really, excite me at all. I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. It's thin. I don't need that. But this, I've been, fascinated with folds and um, and I've Samsung hasn't enticed me or made me excited about them lately. So, and nobody else seems to be stepping up. Like OnePlus is still on the first OnePlus Open, and it's been out for years at this point. I was like, "Where's your second one?" I don't know if I trust Google with the Fold. I'm sorry, I don't know. It's just not. It's
Mm,
not about the Pixel, and something about how the Pixels always have problems after a while. Like, I always hear about the Pixels having issues, and I'm just like, I don't know if I want to deal with a Fold that eventually will have those same issues that the regular Pixel has.
that's fair, and it's funny that you bring up OnePlus. Did you see the rumors that they're apparently folding? So that's probably why you're not getting. I don't know how true it is. I think the organization, they did reply and say, you know, rumors of our demise are exaggerated, but
They still haven't
we've
put out one in years. Like
yeah, I
honestly,
was gonna say we've seen time and time again about, you know, companies going, yo, we actually have life, and then 3 months, 4 months down the road, they actually did not. So it does, like I said, just to tie it to what you were talking about, that could be a reason why you're not seeing it. But this iPhone design, I just,
I don't
again, let me
like
bring
it.
it right back up.
I don't like how it
I
looks.
don't like how it looks.
I
Like,
couldn't. I can't justify that being my main device. I can't. I was like, I can't do it. I gotta figure something else out. This ain't gonna work. I don't like that. I just don't like the outside. I was like, this is not good. Like, what's going on?
is it now? Does it have to be this type of form factor? Like, if you got an iPhone foldable, oh my god, this is such a big image. That looks. Hold up, let me zoom it out. I didn't
Like the
realize it's
flip?
gonna be. Yes, that's exactly what
No.
this one is. You're not here for the clamshell
I
design?
want a tablet. I want a portable. Like that's the point. I
Okay.
want a portable
Okay.
tablet. That's dude. I was watching Super Sad Speaks and him and Board at Work. I don't know if you watched them before, but they do a podcast together,
Okay.
and they were talking about how they thought Apple would go this route, this flip
Okay. Yeah.
first. At least their first go around will be this, not this whatever this short thing. I don't know whatever that thing. Not this, not that.
Okay.
But they thought they would do this as their
Yeah.
first device. I was like, yeah, that would make more sense. I feel like because you could probably make the iPhone a little taller too,
Mhm.
and then still have it.
And then, yeah, these are all just rumor mock-ups. These are I'm
Right.
literally looking at a rumor roundup. That's how I got all these different images.
I bet.
The most popular obviously was the first one I showed.
Right.
There are still some people who are saying that this is the one that's coming, and then the
Mhm.
third rumor version, and this just really looks like the first one, but it's just landscape or layer landscape, but this way. And
This one I kind of like better because
is it
if
because
it
it looks
closes, because if you close, I think the screen would be. I want the screen at least be as tall as the at least the iPhone Pro. Like
yeah.
I don't. It doesn't need to be tall. The Pro Max, fine, but at least the Pro. Like I was like, at least don't take it away. Don't do that. Like
No, that's fair. I
yeah,
this is the route. Now, granted, I didn't think it would be a landscape screen. This is the route I thought they would go. This
yeah,
where, like you said, it looks about as tall as a regular iPhone. It'll fold open. It won't necessarily be the size of an iPad mini, but you are going to feel like you have a tablet like screen.
yeah. I mean, and as long as they uh. I really do. I really want them to give it features that the phone doesn't. Really don't want them to just be like, "Oh, it's just a phone." No, it actually needs iPad OS.
Yeah,
Like, please don't play with me. Like, put iPad OS in there.
but
Like, that'd be cool.
that's where again I think you don't get it if you go, let's go back to this one. If you get this one,
Yeah,
it just feels like it's going to be too small. Like, I know they're saying that the inside will be like a 7-inch screen or whatever, but I don't know.
yeah,
I'm with you. I'm curious to see what the iPhone Fold is going to be like. We'll definitely be talking about it. They'll probably get announced what, September. They don't announce them at
yeah.
Yeah. They don't announce them at
The leaks might get more
WWDC.
intense
Yeah.
this summer. I mean, the
So
leaks are happening right now, but
yeah, I
if they
need.
get more, I need a few more credible people
Mhm.
to start talking about it now, and then I'll get more excited.
I
Nah, I'm not
fully
talking about this design right here. Not right now.
No, that's why I wanted to go to the rumor roundup because I'm like, this can't be the only. There's no way they settled on this design, right? Like, I wanted to
There
see,
gotta be somebody in the room like, no,
right?
somebody, somebody, no, come on, y'all, come on, really,
So
no,
I will say, unfortunately, that does seem to be the most popular rumor of all right now. Like, that
it
seems to
is.
be the prevailing thought. But Apple, y'all have designed better products. Please get back in the
No way.
lab on this one.
I know they've heard us say for the longest time. Ooh, I love an iPhone that opened up to an iPad mini size. I know y'all have heard us say that. Like, there's no way hell y'all heard somebody say this. this what they want. No, come on.
No, that's fair. I fully understand that.
You remember what I kept saying when they put out the new thin one? I forgot what it's called right now. The
The
Air.
air.
Because as soon as they did it, I was like, oh, cool. They can put
Yeah.
two of these shits together. It's so
Yeah.
thin.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
that's
thought
cool.
I was with you. I thought they had the blue. I thought that was the reason for the air. Like I get it.
Yeah.
Yes, obviously also wanted to do a super thin iPhone, but I thought it was so that way we can see if this will work, and we have to essentially glue two together to make it a tablet. So for them to not be going that route is just interesting to me, and it's very disappointing.
Disappointing. Yes.
It's
Yeah.
very disappointing. But all right, let's get out of here. I think we definitely talked enough today. We included a couple topics that was not on our initial docket.
Right.
Uh, but what you got coming up, and where can the people find you?
You can find me on this show on Fridays. You can find me on Much Ado About Nothing on Wednesdays. And then we're supposed to do that, we're teasing our new show on
Mm-hmm.
Thursday next week. So that should be fun. But
Nice,
yeah,
three
yeah.
3 days a week. You and don't
So
forget. And I've been seeing your your reactions. Like most recently,
man.
I saw it was
And
the Master of the Universe one.
all that shit happens on Thursdays when I'm in the office. Oh, like God, that was a trailer day. What the hell going on? I was so bad. I was like, I'm at work right now. Like, I should have brought my damn phone with me to work today.
You
I
gotta
could
be
have.
like the people who
Uh,
they bring, like you said, they'll bring it, and then on their lunch break, or they, whatever break they can get, they go sneak out into their car,
right.
film
No,
all of
I'll,
that.
I'll go. I'll go in one of them little. We have like little silent rooms around
Oh
there,
yeah,
so
we
I'll go
have
in one
those
of
too.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. You go into there, film all of them, then you have
Edit
it
them later
posted.
or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, but all right, now the people know where to look out for you. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you got 3 doses of Trayvon.
yeah.
Nice. Look out for this other content. You can find me at Ditch D everywhere. Twitching Monday, Wednesday, Fridays is the goal. I do miss some days, to be honest, but that also means I will be here tonight shortly playing most likely Marvel Rivals. I know yesterday I said I wanted to finish Still Wakes the Deep and continue with Cult of the Lamb, but that could be a Saturday stream. I was playing Rivals earlier, and I kind of got the itch to play some more of that. So most likely Marvel Rivals. We'll see if I do play anything else. And then Sundays, Geek Set Podcast at our new time, which is noon, as I said. And catch me online. But until next time, people, peace out.
It's out.